With news around the world, into Africa and across the nation Nigeria, you're welcome to ITVS World News. My name is Anuluakbo Idowu. Let's start with a story from Nigeria, where President Bola Tinubu yesterday night returned to Nigeria after a two-week private visit to Paris in France. The presidential jet touched down at the presidential wing of the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport at Abuja at about 9 p.m. The president was received by the top government officials, including his chief of staff, Femi Gbajabiamila, secretary to the government of the Federation, George Akume, and National Security Advisor Nuhu Ribadu, and the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike. Also on the receiving line were the Kaduna State Governor, Uba Sani, Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Heineken Lokpobiri, the Director General of the Department of State Service, Yusuf Bichi, among others. Although the presidency remained silent on the reason for the visits, the Nigerian leader was billed to return in the first week of February 2024. A statement announcing his departure on January 24 noted. The trip was Tinubu's third to France and his 14th foreign visit since he assumed office 8 months ago. A returns and protests in some states over the rising food and living costs. And on Monday through Tuesday, angry youths and women took to the street of Minna, the Niger state capital, and Kano to protest what they described as the rising cost of living in the country. Similarly, protests also erupted in Ondo State, Nigeria's southwest region. And yesterday, the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, said Tinubu had directed immediate intervention to alleviate the suffering and forestall a further breakdown in security. Meanwhile, the value of foreign exchange transactions recorded on the official Nigeria Autonomous Foreign Exchange Market has risen to $584 million according to data posted on the FMDQ exchange yesterday. This represents a significant increase from the $440 million daily transaction previously recorded on the platform. The development came as the national currency weakened against the United States dollar. The official market on Tuesday, it closed at 1,403 naira to a dollar compared to 1,419 naira to a dollar recorded on Monday. Meanwhile, according to data from the FMDQ Security Challenge Exchange, the forex turnover increased to $584.53 million on Tuesday from $440.13 million recorded on Monday, indicating an increase of $144.4 million or 32.8%. The improved liquidity is following moves by the Central Bank of Nigeria to stabilize the foreign exchange rate. However, aside from commercial banks, the Central Bank of Nigeria, oil firms and multinationals also sell dollars at the Nigerian Autonomous Foreign Exchange Market. Last week, the Apex Bank rolled out new circulars and guidelines to boost liquidity and narrow the gap between Mohammed has been blacklisted by the Ghana Journalists Association, GJA, for allegedly attacking a journalist. It's the strongest statement yet by the association to protect journalists in the country following increasing attacks. Mr. Mohammed and his entourage reportedly attacked Mohammed Aminu M. Alabira, who works for the Accra-based City TV, while he was recovering and covering the political event involving the MP's New Patriotic Party, NPP, in Yaba, Northern G provocation, when he was covering chaos that erupted during the party's primaries. A police officer and election official were also attacked but were later rescued by military personnel who were called to the scene. The GJA and 3 other associations have urged media organizations to deny the MP access to media platforms. GJA has also given the ruling MPP and the police a 10-day ultimatum to arrest and prosecute the perpetrators. The police say they have commenced investigations into the incident. And violence against journalists remains pervasive in Ghana and often goes unpunished, according to reports. But in 2019, Ahmed Hussein Swale, an investigative journalist who had been collaborated with by the BBC, was shot dead near his family home in Accra by unknown gunmen. And here is more on the reports.
Colleagues, we are happy that Parliament reconvenes today and we expect the leadership of the House to take action to reprimand the dishonorable MP for Yendi Farouk Ali Mahama. We have also directed the Parliamentary Press Corps, whose leadership, yes, are here with us this afternoon. Where are they? We have the leadership of the Parliamentary Press Corps. Yes, they are here with us. We have directed the Parliamentary Press Corps to enforce the media blacklist on Farouk Ali Mahama, and I hope, and we hope, they will enforce it in our collective interest to end impunity against journalists. Now, our resolution and demands regarding the attack on the City FM journalists are as follows. 1. That all media houses must blacklist and offer Farouk Ali Mahama no media coverage, interview, etc. As the MP for Yendi and any other state position, he owes until further notice. We want you to know that apart from him being insensitive to the work of journalists, as demonstrated during the parliamentary primaries, there are vigilantes around him who may harm you. So just steer clear or stay away from him and his tasks. 2. The MPP leadership at the national and regional levels must seek justice for our colleague, Mohammed Amin Al-Abira, by sanctioning the MP and his hoodlums appropriately. 3. The Ghana Police Service should speed up with investigations into the case and arraign the perpetrators before court to face the full rigors of the law for their distasteful conduct. This time, the policemen and women are witnesses to the incident as it happened. 4. We are giving the MPP, regional and national, and the Dampari-led Ghana Police Service 10 days. 10 days ultimatum, each to hear from them. They should arrest the perpetrators. If they fail, we shall advise ourselves accordingly.
Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed has denied that people were dying of hunger in the conflict-hit regions of Tigray and Amhara, which are grappling with a food crisis. Mr. Abiy told lawmakers yesterday that there are no people dying due to hunger in Ethiopia. He, however, said that people may have died due to illnesses associated with malnutrition. The PM also acknowledged that drought was affecting people in several regions of the country, including Tigray, Amhara, and Oromia, but warned that they must refrain from politicizing the issue. Last month, the state-appointed Federal Ombudsman Institute said nearly 400 people had died of hunger in the northern regions of Tigray and Amhara. The institute's head, Endale Hale, told the BBC that the death occurred in the past 6 months. The Ethiopian Human Rights Council, EHRC, has blamed the federal and regional governments for not providing enough humanitarian aid to the most vulnerable, and about 20 million people require food assistance in Ethiopia due to conflict, drought, and flooding, according to the United Nations. From Ethiopia now to Zanzibar, where Tanzania's ruling Chama cha Mapinduzi party, CCM, has questioned the former Zanzibar tourism minister weeks after he resigned amid shortage of alcohol in the island. Simai Mohammed Said said that he appeared before the party's ethics committee on Tuesday but did not disclose why he had been summoned. He had resigned as tourism minister 2 weeks ago, citing unfavorable and disruptive working conditions. His resignation has been linked to the alcohol shortage facing the Tanzanian archipelago, which threatens the tourism sector of one of Africa's top travel destinations. Prices of beer have shot up by almost 100% after the supply chain was disrupted by a sudden change of importers. Before his resignation, Mr. Said publicly accused the Zanzibar Liquor Control Board, ZLCB, of mismanaging the liquor industry. But Zanzibar's President Hussein Mwinyi accused Mr. Said of having a conflict of interest while he was the minister. Reports link one of Mr. Said's relatives to one alcohol importing company whose license was not renewed. The alcohol shortage comes amid soaring tourist arrivals in the semi-autonomous Tanzanian islands. Away from Zanzibar to the Democratic Republic of Congo, where at least 14 soldiers have died in the Democratic Republic of Congo and 500 others have been affected by a cholera outbreak in the southeastern Katanga province, the army told local media. Gen. Eddie Carpent, commander of the 22nd Military Region, Mura Military Training Center, confirmed the death of Tuesday during a meeting with the delegation from the United Nations Children's Fund UNICEF office in Lubumbashi. As of 72 hours ago, the number of patients receiving treatment had risen to exactly 144, and they have recorded 14 deaths and have saved many patients who have returned to their ranks, according to General Carpent, who told the United Nations-sponsored Radio Okapi website. He said the outbreak was caused by unsanitary conditions at the military camp, and in July 2023, a cholera outbreak in Kalemi, a neighboring Tanganyika province, left at least 10 people dead. It's news around the world, into Africa and across the nation Nigeria. You're still on to the World News on Immaculate Television. A brief now into the world of entertainment and sports, where the United States rapper Kanye West has excited his fans in Kenya and Nigeria after listing the two countries among the potential concert venues for his new tour. A tentative venue list shared on West's Instagram stories shows that the rapper plans to perform at Eco Energy CE in Lagos and Nyayo International Stadium in Nairobi, Kenya. West also shared interest in performing at Egypt's Giza Pyramids. Although the rapper has not made an official announcement, the tour list has fueled anticipation among fans in the two countries, with some playfully sharing jokes about the concert on social media. Kanye to Kenya, Dude probably said he must visit a country that has the same syllables as him, one Kenyan posted on X. Some fans also joked that the rapper should announce the ticket prices early so they can save up for the concert. Fans from countries such as South Africa have complained about being left out of the potential tour, echoing similar past concerns of major Western musicians excluding the continent from their international tour schedules. And in sport, the South African Department of International Relations and Cooperation has said there are no possible threats on Nigerians living in or visiting the country ahead of the CAF African Cup of Nations semi-final match between the two countries today. The department disclosed this on Tuesday following the statement issued by the Nigerian High Commission in South Africa on Monday. The Nigerian High Commission, in an advisory, had advised the Nigerian community to be watchful of their utterances, be mindful of where they choose to watch the match, especially in public places, and refrain from engaging in loud noise and riotous or provocative celebrations should the Super Eagles win the match. The High Commission based its advisory on potentially inflammatory comments online made by a section of South African citizens against Nigerians living in the host country, adding that the comments were largely influenced by the upcoming AFCON clash on Wednesday, February 7 today. Nigeria Super Eagles meet the Bafana of South Africa at the Stade de la Paix in Bouquet, Ivory Coast today by 6 p.m. Nigerian time. And today's match will be the fourth in the tournament meeting, with the Eagles winning the 3 previous games. And before we bring the news to the hall today, remember that you can stream our programs live on multiple digital platforms. For iPhone users, LiveMax World is where to catch us, and for Android users as well, Net Nigeria TV app is where we are. Once and again, thank you for joining today on the World News. My name is Anuluapo Ido, and on behalf of the entire news production crew as well as executive producer of this newscast, Tayo Folorenshaw, thank you for joining. Do enjoy the rest of your day. Bye for now.